Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Sports Esports Podcast. I'm your host, William, and with me today I have Brock.
No.
No, oh, well, you're here either way.
No, I said hello.
Oh, I thought you said no. like,
No, too.
and this is week 5 of the power rankings. So I put week 4, but we're in week 5 in Korea now. So let's start off right away. First time ever from last year, this year, any region that one of us had a 10-0 prediction. It was me. We've had 6-0s in LMS, but that doesn't count because it's not 10-0. 10-0 is where it's at, and Brock sadly lost the week at 9-1, which was your first ever 9-1, Brock.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's a shame to lose on the 9-1 week. That's never happened, or never even been close to happening. But it was a
No.
very solid week for all of us. And like I was saying on the LPL podcast, all the Eastern regions, so LMS, LCK, and LPL, I went 22. No, it was 23-1. I think it was 24 games, I believe. 6-6. No, the 21-1. Yes, there's 12 games this week, and I went 21-1 with the only loss being LGD to IG, which I mean, come on. No, okay. But anyway, that's LPL. Let's talk LCK. And let's start with the first game of the week, which was Hamled Life versus Gen G. I had to think about this one. This was the beginning of the Spell Thief 1 week meta that we were going to deal with here. that we had Karma top for Gen G, and Hamled Life did Vlad top with the Ancient Coin to kind of counteract the Spell Thief meta a little bit. And for those of you who don't know, very briefly, because it's not in the meta anymore, it's been nerfed out on a hotfix, that basically you buy Spell Thief on a top laner or a mid laner or any laner, really, honestly. It could have been, it still works on Ezreal in the bot lane in this scenario. It's the only one it still works on. But you'd play someone with poke, like a Karma or a Zillion or something to that extent, and you would never farm because the Spell Thief passive doesn't give you gold if you're farming and you can't complete a quest. And then you just poke the enemy laner with Klepto and that, and you gain enough gold that you're staying equal with them in farm. In gold, I should say. You're at 0 farm like the whole time until you complete your quest, and then you can farm up more. But you stay equal in gold, and you constantly harass them, and you get extra wards for your team because it's a support item. So it was actually pretty cool, but it was pretty I didn't like it that much. It was a cool concept, but like you saw the worst of it coming up. And basically in this game, it was a pretty slow game for game 1. First blood was onto Peanut, which was expected because he was playing Nocturne into Olaf, and Olaf crushes Nocturne early. But Genji did strike back and got a few kills there on Sangyun on Sangyun and another kill on Paul up top. But they were getting beat bad because Tempt was just disgusting on Zoe all week. Phenomenal. And he was abusing Fly. Basically, the game ended. It was like second bear in the game. There was already one before that, obviously. There'd been a big one with picking off Peanut again. So basically, Peanut got caught out 2 times for Gen G, and Hanwha Life was able to take the first game. Second game, Hanwha Life was basically running the exact same comp from the first one, except for instead of the Vlad, they had the Yorick. And man, Gen G just sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the first game was a lot closer, though. The first game ended like 10-10 in kills, and Gen G had actually pushed them into their inhib tower.
Yeah.
But the second game was nowhere close to that.
Oh yeah. It was sorry. I was trying to speed up and I did miss my mid game points, which it was a very close game until they were able to take 2 inhib towers, 2 inhibs, and Nexus tower off for 1 solid push. Yeah. So it was a very close game. Second game, Gen G was back to
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep.
They're back
And that's
to
the thing.
2017.
That's kind of like these other regions where it's so damn hard to say a team is bad because they do something very good in one game, and then the next game they just get like stomped.
Yeah, that's what's hard
So
in
it's
these best of
like-
threes. For sure.
Yeah, it's like holy moly.
God.
Yeah, and that same thing goes back to what we were saying the other day, not to jump on a different podcast, but like the NA, the Liquid TSM game.
Mm-hmm.
You can't give that say that's a loss for Liquid because they don't lose anything.
Yeah.
and PSM's not winning a best of 3.
Exactly.
So it's like these games here. It's like Gen G isn't gonna. I don't believe they're gonna win a best of 3 against Hanwha. But they showed so much in game 1, and then game 2
all fell
did
apart.
absolutely nothing.
So you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's like, are these still the same players in the game?
Yeah.
Like, how did it go so far south?
I'm sorry to bring up another podcast, but I think speaking of so far south, did you see Rogue Warriors beat Sunning today? 2-0. What is going on in the LPL?
I told you.
LGD was the worst team, and they beat IG last week, and now I put Rogue Warriors as the worst team, and Sunning is the best team, or second best team, and they 2-0'd Sunning. I'm like, what is this? Stop with all these upsets. Korea's the only one with that. Korea got all their upsets early out of the way in like week 1 when we thought that KT and Gen G were going to be good. And now we're like, oh, these teams are fighting for relegation.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, let's go to game number 2 where we have, I believe it's SKT. Yes,
Yep,
SKT versus Kingzone. So this wasn't a relegation game, even though earlier in this podcast, as in a few weeks ago, I would have said Kingzone was the worst team. I was wrong. I still regret that statement. This one, I don't like Victor. I hate when teams draft Victor. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how many times we have to say that in our
Yeah,
podcast.
I feel like this is a daily thing. It's not just like, oh, I hate when teams draft Victor in the LCK. I hate when they draft them in the LCK. Hate when they draft them in the LCS. Hate when they draft them in LEC. like it's terrible. It's terrible. And they picked Silas mid for Faker this game, but this first game was the game that changed my mind. That what's it called? I totally lost the name of the item. Whatever the item got. Nope. The support item.
Spell Thief.
Spell Thief, thank you. Spell Thief, I totally understand why this thing needs to be nerfed to the ground immediately. Kingzone played Karma top with Spell Thief, Azir mid with Spell Thief, and Ezreal ADC with Spell Thief, and Tom Kench not with Spell Thief, but with the other support item. This meant that Kingzone had 4 people with the warding power of a support. The map, it was like cheating. It was like literally cheating, where you could have if you pushed in ahead and you got an early lead, you pushed in, you covered blue side quadrant because SKT was on blue side, so you cover their blue side, you cover their red side, and the map is just wide open. They can't go. You cannot miss where SKT is at all times on the map. It was insanely frustrating. It looked like to play against.
Yeah, and this is another one of those games where I was kind of excited because there was an Azir in the game, and I'm an old Azir player. I like Azir. And then you had Faker on Silent. And surprisingly enough, Faker was ahead in CN.
Well, that doesn't count. Because
what?
Azir was using Spell Thief.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just saying, like the fact that he managed to get CS is what I
got it. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because in a bully lane like Azir, like
and especially Azir not going for fun.
Yeah, if you're going into that knowing you're not gonna CS, you're literally poking him out. But me, I'm still not fully convinced on Silas. I do like it mid lane better than top, but I'm not all in on it yet. So, but we'll see, because I do think he's going to be played a lot just because his kit is good. But I don't.
It's good if the enemy team has good ults. That's the only reason why his kit is good. His kit is good, I guess. You can argue that the heal is awesome and stuff, but it doesn't come together unless the enemy team has good ults.
I will say I was watching.
Game they did, to be fair.
Yeah, this game they had
Aatrox and Azir. Well, that's the only two. Karma's useless. Ezreal is just for Silas, and Tom Kench is not too useful unless you're chasing down. But yeah, Aatrox is a very strong ult on Silas because he just fully heals back up.
I was watching Caps, his stream earlier, and he was playing Silas, and good God Almighty, I hope he never gets Silas in pro play. Because if he can play Silas like he did, like he literally 1v5'd and didn't die because of how dumb the healing is.
Yeah.
but
It's pretty
that's for EU pod. But yeah, the first game was kind of a stall.
Yeah, but it was a very stall, boring game because they had infinite vision. They could see everything that SKT could do. Game two, however, SKT was able to take a lead early. It looked like, and they were able to just slowly keep the lead throughout the whole game, and then it just completely took over the late game. SKT style where it's like, okay, this it's like going. Like we could still win this, and then they just beat us. They just took the Nexus immediately. Like
And Kingzone in game two had a very crazy team.
yeah, they had Cassiopeia, Jax, LeBlanc, Kai'Sa, and Alistair.
Yeah, that's a crazy team comp.
Yeah, it's a little weird. The Cassiopeia top, it didn't work until Urgot, which surprised me to be honest, because every
Mm-hmm.
time I face Cassiopeia Urgot, I want to cry. But these are professionals and not me.
Yeah.
Game three though was Faker showing you exactly how to counter the Frostfang meta, and it's just a genius, so simple. Not that you have to do this anymore because it's broken. It's gone now. So it's such a simple thing. Just roam. Just push a wave in and leave. Screw them.
Yep.
Because
That's like season 6 mid lane strats. No
yeah,
one does that
yeah,
anymore.
it's like literally, it was pretty much, it was so smart, it's so simple, but no one was doing it. That I saw, where all you have to do, push a wave in. He was playing Zoe. He pushed his wave in on Victor. They can't push the wave in because they're not trying to attack the minions. They're not trying to get CS. So they're just trying to poke you while you do that. So you stay far enough away as Zoe because she has the range. And then you just roam. They also now can't attack you for their quest. So their quest is getting slowed because you're not in lane. And they have to deal with the minions because the minions are taking their tower. So it completely counteract the Victor Frostfang and their Spell Thief, and they just SKT crushed this game. It was
Yep.
it wasn't even a chance for Kingzone in this game. It was amazing. It was amazing to see the complete difference 2 games makes from the first game where SKT didn't have a shot, and then all of a sudden they made Kingzone not have a shot with the same strategy. It was a very good adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly, because we have a lot. We're only 2 games to these. Damwon Gaming versus Afrika. Ooh, I love the Afrika. I don't like saying these ones. It's kind of funny. I love Afrika team comp here compared to Damwon Gaming. I just think it should be an easy win for Afrika. It's just such a strong team all around. Where Damwon is just a mess in my opinion. Well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Ugh, early game. I'm feeling as smug as can be. This is ugly. Silas is so bad into Darius and just getting ganked constantly. And basically just feeding right now in pro play. Nogri is still struggling to learn how to push up in the lane. And then after that, everything turned around. Damwon won a huge team fight, and Nogri was the main reason why they won it, even though he was 0-3 at the time. And he stole a Galio Heroes entrance. It was so clutch, and he let Nuclear pop off, pretty much. Like, Nuclear was a monster in all of these games for Damwon. And Nogri, after 3 straight team fights of just Damwon just beating Afrika, I think this is more Afrika just being bad, more so than Damwon being good at this in this game at least, as what I thought. And they won 3 minutes, and in like 10 minutes the whole game was over. Like 10 minutes from when I originally was writing easy win for easy win for Afrika with their team comp. Didn't work at all. I feel bad. I was like, oh, but I was happy because I did pick Damwon to win the series, so 1-0 is nice.
Yeah.
Did you have anything to say about game one?
Well, there was one big pay from Nogri that was actually pretty slick on Silas. Was whenever they were taking Baron, he
Mm-hmm.
actually jumped over and stole Jarvan's ult and locked him up with it so he
Yeah,
couldn't steal
yeah,
it.
I forgot about that. That was awesome.
That was actually pretty clean. I
Oh
like
man.
that.
Yeah. Like, nope, you can't get into pit now.
Yeah.
Oh man, game two. I also put these are my notes from the draft. I'm sorry. I picked Damwon to win. I was correct, but man, I wasn't correct during the live performance. Last game, I thought for sure Afrika would win. I'm also feeling like this game should be an easy win for Afrika if they keep it close within 35 minutes. However, they have to dodge the poke from the Damwon team, so I did have like a little bit of like issue with it, but not like the first game where I said easy win. Such an ugly draft by Damwon. Go next. But this one, I was like, you got to dodge the poke. I thought that with Jace falling off, Lee Sin falling off, Ezreal kind of falling off, barely anymore. But you know. Compared to Sivir, he gets countered by Sivir, and Sivir scales better than Ezreal. And they had Cassiopeia, they had Alistair, they had Gragas for the ult and the Urgot. I'm like, oh, they just got to make this last 35 minutes, and they're gonna win this game. They didn't. They got completely destroyed by the poke comp. They got hit by all the skill shots, and they lost the game.
Yeah, if you wanna beat a win against the poke comp, you kind of gotta dodge.
Why?
It's a pretty important part, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit by a Zoe bubble and then 90% of your HP, followed by a Jace accelerated Q.
Yeah, you don't want that.
You don't want that? No, well, Afrika wanted that in game 2, because that's all they took to the face constantly. Oh, man. But, hey, I picked Damwon. Damwon looks solid. They had been looking very poor coming into this. I think the Lunar New Year, the week off, did a lot of help for them. And, well, we'll talk about that later. Never mind. We'll talk about it later, because I want to get through the picks. Sandbox versus Janair. I didn't really like the draft from either team because I don't like the Victor on Sandbox because we've talked about it enough. We hate Victor. You probably get it by now. I don't like Vlad ADC with a Thresh. That doesn't make any sense to me. They want Thresh for the early aggression. With Vlad, you want to be safe early and farm up. Like that, just yuck. But Afrika played pretty good until the end, up until like late game where Rout was really trying to 1v4 with Vlad, and it's Vlad, so he was almost able to do that, honestly. I thought, did I say Afrika? I meant Janair. I think Janair looked very solid against Sandbox. I'll just go out and say that Janair lost the series again. They're 0-2. Game 1, they looked very solid. And I give them full compliments because I thought it was probably Janair's one of their best games of the year because they've only won one game, maybe two. Not like series, just games. And so I thought it was one of their best games. Game 2, on the other hand, I do want to talk about. Do you remember this game, Brock?
You talk about the terrible ending?
Yep.
Like, awful ending?
Uh-huh.
that oh god, I don't even know what you say about that ending because they came in and won a crazy team fight. It's like, wow, they're going to do something, and then Elise and Ryan both had the opportunity to just walk it or back and get the minion wave, and then they're fine. Nothing's going to happen. You're fine. You got your minion wave cleared. You're good. Well, instead of doing that, Rise chooses to walk to the Nexus. Not only did he walk to the Nexus, he also died to the minion.
Yeah, he walked all in the minions. Like he's like, that's fine. There's only 8 super minions here. I'm totally fine with this.
And you know what Elise chooses to do while that happens? To chase the Braum with the rest of the team. While nobody is clearing minions.
God,
how do you make that mistake?
Because you're Janair, Brock. That's how you make that. I don't know if you see it on the screen. My notes for the late game for this game was just all caps, yikes. It's all I can say about that ending.
They got backdoored by minion wave.
They got backdoored by minion waves in a professional game that they won. Or that they won a team fight before. Oh no, Janair. Why?
How do you let that happen? Why are you chasing Braum to begin with? Like, you just basically ace, because Braum's not going to do anything.
Yeah, what's Braum going to do? What is he going to do?
Why are you sending 4 people? You can't. Like that is the
Oh.
worst play I've seen since TSM got backdoored. Like
Yeah.
nine
God,
times.
that yeah, they did get backdoored like that. But the first one against FlyQuest is still by far the worst.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
do
like,
Baron.
my
Oh
God,
wait, they're
people,
gonna just take our Nexus while we do this.
you're pro players. You have a mini map. You should know how to use that.
Oh my god. Ugly, ugly, ugly game after I give them compliments for the first game. I thought they played very well in the first game and just no. Ugh.
I think the worst thing about that too is if you actually watch while they're in that team fight, they're actually pinging that the wave is hitting the next.
Yeah.
So they know
they
it's
know.
doing it, and they still didn't back.
Yeah, it was. Let's just go away. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's terrible. It's so bad. Let's talk about great things like Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin.
Griffin, man. Best team in the world, hands down, in my opinion. Like, they came in. There's barely much to talk about with Griffin, really. Except
Yeah.
the Fiora was a god. Sword was a god on the freaking Fiora. Like, he was, like, 1v3ing people. It was insane. And
Yeah, he definitely did better than Khan did
yeah,
against the Silent.
for sure. And then even that was just quick. That game was kind of close actually. Game one, I should state that they were up, or KT was holding it with them until about 25 minutes, and then they were down 8K. You know,
Mhm.
just you know, that's holding with them. It was the two early kills on. Sorry, I should have brought that up. Lance was enting early with the Galio support. He died twice to Yasuo before level 3. What are
Yeah.
you doing? But it doesn't matter. Lehans, I love Lehans. He looks like he's having fun on support. He just goes wherever he wants, especially like on Alistair with the Moby boots. He's just walking anywhere, gets a bunch of knockups, like. And then Griffin's just somehow there. I feel like they magically teleport to places on the map that they're not supposed to be. And then they just get a bunch of kills. And then they win the game. And that's all Griffin has.
One thing I didn't like about this game, though, from Griffin
Was
was the
they
fact that
signed
Chovy actually did something on.
Victor.
I don't like that. I don't like when people do things on Victor because that means people just aren't going to understand.
They're not
how
going to
bad
understand that it was Chovy playing Victor. And Chovy is arguably,
Yeah.
I could say, the best player in the world this year so far.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm putting him up there with him and Caps, 100%,
Yeah.
as top mid laners.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chovy is ridiculous. And for people who don't watch this but know about EU and all that, everyone knows how good.
Yeah. And,
If you don't
I
know
would even
Caps-
say slightly better than Caps. Slightly. But I would
Yeah.
personally like, so think of Caps and think of somehow better.
Uh,
With better teammates
what I
around him.
would what I would give Chovy is I think his mechanics are better than Cap, which is a huge deal because Cap's mechanics are insane.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
Like saying someone's mechanics are better than Cap's isn't saying Cap's is bad
no,
because
no,
Cap's is definitely not bad.
no, not at all.
That just shows you how good Chovy.
Yeah, it's honestly the whole Griffin lineup. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
like Liquid in NA where it's like they have the best players at every position except top, which they have like third best, or like Sword is pretty high up there. But
Yeah.
if you replaced NA with the word world, like
You know what Griffin this season reminds me of? Griffin this season reminds me of what SKT was when they were winning, except Griffin isn't winning through late game team fights, they're winning through just stomping people throughout.
yeah, they win the whole
They're-
game.
they're
They win
they're
early.
just
They
dominant
win
how they
mid.
skip.
They win late.
Yeah, they win everything.
Yeah, like I've
They've only lost like one game in a series, right?
yep,
Yeah,
and they
one
lost
game
to
in a
Sandbox, who's arguably one of the top. I would put them in top 3 best teams in the world still. Sandbox.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I like Sandbox and I mean even SKT. I would have even I think LPL is the strongest region personally. I think they have 5 teams I would argue that are in the top 10 in the world, which
Yeah.
is insane if you think about it. Like half of the top 10 in the world I think comes from one region. But even
Yep.
that being said, I don't know if any of them could even take a game off of Griffin. In a maybe
Yeah.
one, but
honestly, if they were to see that, I would want like a best of 5.
Yeah. It's like best of 5 against Fun plus Phoenix. Like that. Doinby's a
Yeah.
god. Like that would be amazing to see. I hope that we see that at MSI personally at the moment. Or RNG right now, because RNG is looking hot. But we're not talking LPL. Sorry.
Yeah, we're everywhere right
We're everywhere. We're everywhere. It happens. It happens. We watch a
now.
lot.
Yeah, that.
Holland Life versus Kingzone was the next game, and Holland Life. This was our one difference on the week, by the way, and I won it. Holland Life looks like the perfect gatekeepers, I think, for playoffs or for upper end playoffs. I would say. I think Holland Life and Damwon are going to be two solid gatekeepers to keep the old guard of Genji, KT, Afrika, and well, everyone's keeping Janair out,
Yeah,
but
Genaire's keeping themselves
yeah,
out. They're doing so good.
Janair is keeping themselves out exactly. But like, I think that these teams are gonna like Damwon and Hanwha. I think they aren't good enough to compete with Sandbox, Griffin, and SKT, but they are good enough to stomp the other teams. And
You get both those matchups this week too.
yeah, you
You
do.
get Hanwha versus Damwon, and you get Damwon versus SKT.
There you go. So they'll get another shot. I believe that they've lost to SKT earlier this year, and I believe so. It's been a while.
Yeah,
But
the Hanwha lost to SKT.
yes, they did. I see that right there. Actually, it's green SKT, red Dam one. But yeah. So we'll see that, and I don't. Spoiler. I'm pretty sure I picked SKT, but I think Damwon is pretty good, and they did sign Flame, which was the big news today or yesterday, that the Flame is now the top laner of Damwon, or the rotating top laner with Nogri. I think this is a better pickup as a mentor than a player. I think he can help Nogri with a lot of his positioning mistakes and a lot of his over aggressiveness, but I don't want to see him really play, if that makes sense. Because I like Nogri and I think he has a lot of raw talent there. It just needs to be refined and like restrained back a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that Flame's bad. Not that Flame's bad. I love
Yeah,
him.
no,
He's
no,
from
no.
Immortals, but or
Yeah.
at one point he was on Immortals he was on Immortals when I first started watching League, so he's one of my favorite top laners. But
Mhm.
I think that I don't want to see Nogri caged up as badly as not playing. I want to see him caged up in the sense that I don't want him overextending like Huni. What do you feel about the signing?
Uh, I'm kind of like you. I don't expect him to play, and if he does play, I think if he plays, it would probably have to be in this game, or they may play him in week 6 against Janair and Afrika, maybe just to see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm kind of like you. I don't think he's there to play.
Yeah, you think he's more like to swap out if Nogri's on tilt, or like the
Yeah, I
this
think
tilted
so.
the team type deal with overextending
Yeah,
constantly.
because this is the season for tilt. We've seen it in a lot of players.
Yeah, we have. It's been quite a season actually. Next one, trying to go quick. Oh, and Damwon beat whoever they played. I can't even. I lost my notes. Where are they?
Damn,
Hmm?
Afrika.
Afrika, was that who they beat?
I mean, they played Afrika earlier. We already talked about
No.
their next game. So
Let me.
this,
I'm just gonna pull up the scores because my notes are not looking good.
we're on SKT versus Gen G. Right?
No, we were on Damwon versus Janair. That's who they played. Janair. That's why we skipped through it. I was wondering because these are also forewarning. If you did not hear the LPL or the NA podcast, I was at a casino this weekend so the weekend games like these. I was watching at the casino, so I didn't have Usually, I watch at home or at work, so I have 2 to 3 monitors, so I can just on the other monitor take quick notes. Can't do that on my phone. Like I could, I guess, but it would have been a lot more complicated, and I was kind of gambling as well. So that's why my notes got ugly there. At the end, I realized I didn't take notes on that Damwon Janair game. Basically, Damwon won. Janair looked okay. Again, I thought they looked okay. I think they're getting better, Brock.
Thanks, so.
I think so. They looked okay, but it wasn't enough, and they got 2-0'd. Next up, we had SKT versus Gen G. And quickly talk about this. Gen G won a game here. That was surprising.
Yeah,
Did you have
they
anything?
picked a good team to do it against.
Yeah, I was very surprised against SKT of all teams to be able to do it against. Do you have anything to say about the game?
Um, This game, I don't really think there was much to say. Like the game one, seems like when SKT loses, they like to lose game one,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like nothing happened. Like Faker was huge this game, but did nothing with it.
Yeah.
Like Faker had 431 CS at 35.
Was this the game you on Corky?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and proceeded to do nothing.
Yeah, he didn't do much. It was weird because Corky does a lot.
Yeah, like look at the team he's playing against: Zenzel, Ezreal, Lissandra. Like if you hit any of those people
They should die. Like game.
with that build, holy moly!
You just didn't feel like
But yeah,
killing
he
them.
just didn't do anything. But then again, literally no one.
Yeah.
Khalid had a kill on Lee Sin, and that was another game where Silas feeds,
He
and
feeds a
then
lot.
Teddy went 0-1 on Kalista, which is kind of a strange pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because,
It's
Kalista,
like a pocket
Red,
pick right now.
yeah. I
Especially
don't
with
mind
the
the pick
crit
because I
update.
like Kalista, especially against Ezreal because I crit ADC,
Mm-hmm.
and Kalista built so much life steal, so she could just survive. But yeah, it just didn't work.
Didn't. But then they did come back and win 2 games.
Yeah.
Want to talk about Griffin versus Afrika? Again, I didn't. I was at the casino for Saturday and Sunday. I was on the way back, so these are the 2 days that I struggled to remember because I watched. I think I watched 16 games at the casino. That's how pathetic I am. At the casino, I watched 16 games.
Oh, long.
Yeah, we were at the casino from like 1 to like 10. It was a long time. I didn't win any money, by the way. Lost. I won money, but then I spent that money on more slots. I did that, like the thing that they get you, where you win all the free games and you win I won like $200. I didn't cash out. I'm like, I can play on this $200. Lost it all. Ugh. And I did that. I did that like 3 or 4 times, and it was not good.
Will's bad with money.
Yeah, I'm bad with gambling.
But Griffin versus Afrika, I don't think there was much to talk about. Griffin kind of just steamrolled in both games.
Oh yeah,
More so game 2 than game 1.
Yep, I feel like that happens a lot in the sweeps. Is like the first game goes okay, but then it's like they tilt or like they thought they had it, and they're like, and that makes it worse or something. And the second game's always a huge blowout.
Yeah, second game was kind of hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will take away from this one, and there was also another game earlier where it was in. I don't remember. I'm actually kind of a fan of Yasuo in the bot lane.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are playing stuff like Ornn or Gragas support. Or this one was a Galio support, which is kind of interesting. I mean, he has a knockup,
But it's on his own.
but
It's a little.
yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I like it. I mean, it has to be in a certain team comp. It can't be. I don't like it into Caitlyn. That's a bad idea. Because Caitlyn's gonna sit like 500 feet away and attack you. But I like it into short range ADCs like Kai'Sa. I think it's pretty strong into Kai'Sa. Personally, because you also scale really really well in the late game, so you don't like fall off either. You can bully the Kai'Sa out of lane, I think. And then finally, though, we had Sandbox versus KT. 2-1. KT took a game off Sandbox. That was pretty good by them. And,
I like.
Yeah, I thought that KT looked pretty decent up until the third game. The third game, they got blown out, if I'm remembering this correctly. But the first game...
Yeah, game 1 was close.
Yeah, game 1 was really close. And then game 2, KT won. And then game 3, Sandbox was like, okay, we got to get this together now. We can't lose to KT, which sounds so weird to say, by the way. Sandbox can't lose to KT. Like, that would be a shame. But, oh my god. It's such a weird year in Korea. With that, though...
Did you see the gold lead, though, in the second game where KT actually won?
No.
They were up 12-4. Sandbox still had more dragon. And KT was only up like 2k gold. 38.
Yeah.
They were up 12-4 in
But
kills.
they won.
Yeah, they won. All I'm saying is it might seem like if they focus on farming a little bit, maybe, that might help them some.
Nah. Why do that? They
They
didn't
farm when spell thieves was a thing.
Yeah, no longer a thing. Anyway, since that's already 35 minutes, oh god, we went very long there. Let's go quickly over players of the week. Damwon top laner Nogri was my top laner of the week with 5.3 KDA, CSM of or just CS per minute of 9.7, damage percentage of 22.3, and DPM of 425. His best game was 5-2 and 9 on the Jace. Griffin Tarzan was the jungler of the week, like usual. KDA of 28, GPM of 367, which I think is very impressive as a jungler with the XP nerfs. Well, because you don't really farm as much as you used to, so it's kind of a gold nerf as well. And a DPM of 246, and he went 8-0-11 on Nocturne. Mid laner, you'd think it'd be Chovy. He had 20 KDA this week. That's garbage for him, but it wasn't. It was Hanwha Life. It was oh my god, I deleted Tempt. Yeah, Hanwha Life Tempt. He had a KDA of 42. He had CS per minute of 8.4. He had damage percentage of 30%. DPM of 558, and his best game was 7-0-5 on the LeBlanc. ADC of the week was Damwon's Nuclear. We talked about him a little bit earlier. He was just carrying the team fights. He had a 14 KDA, 32% damage percentage, and a 618 DPM. 9-1 and 7 on Ashe was a fantastic performance on the Ashe, which you don't see all that often right now. I feel like Ashe gets beat quite often. She's more of a utility, and she had just a lot of assists, but not that many kills. And even though he entered in the first game, my support of the week is Lahans. He had a 23.5 KDA after dying 0-2 right away. Amazing how that works. He had a 1.75 or 2.73 vision per score per minute, and he went 0-0-17 on support Galio. So with that, we also are going to go straight to play of the week, and that's not that. That would be this one. So I will do this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Here so far. Won't be the same after he picks up that wave, but now trying to get on top of Chovy here. It is going to land, but he does have cleanse and even flashes away from that one. Follow-up trouble bubble. Oh! Trying to get nasty here. Nearly gets him, but flashes in for the kill. First blood goes to Chovy, but has he got too far? No! The miss is Chovy! Is going to sidestep, and Umti goes down Chovy. What a madman!
That was also very interesting that Umpty chose to go back in.
Oh yeah, his flash was just not the best. He was tilted. He was so tilted because they should have absolutely killed Chovy. He outplayed them. He gets the kill on BDD, who's a very good mid laner, I still believe. And then he just making Umpty go back in, and then it's such a casual. It is such a casual sidestep. I'm gonna see right here. I'm gonna slow it down. Oops, nope.
What was the Alistair play after that? That was a big play too, wasn't it?
We can watch it. Just give me 1 second. I just want to see.
Yeah.
I just want to see the slowdown here by Chovy. Nope, I went a little too far. I should just let it go. But yeah, his sidestep is so clean against Umpty here. He baits him right there with the ult by Zoe. In the I think it's the electrocute that really baits Umpty as well. It gets him so low. And just casually he walks the other way because his jungler Tarzan was right there to save him. And Tarzan doesn't even do any damage, which I thought was hilarious. He missed all of his abilities except for the shield.
What? Wait, why didn't Umpty just auto attack? Like he flashed and auto attack.
Let's go back one more time.
Because he flashed before he troll pulled.
I don't think he has the ranged auto attack. Yeah, it wasn't in range once he got into range with the swag flag.
Part of me feels like maybe he meant to flash Q, but he threw the flag down. Like, I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, it wasn't a good play by Umpty, but it was pretty nasty.
But it was a great play by Chovy.
Oh man, the sidestep was just clean.
Yeah, that was a great play by.
All right, let's get straight to our power rankings, which I was panicking about how this was going long on the first part. I just realized our power rankings very, very similar and very similar to last week's even. Yellow means
Yeah.
that they stayed the same, and we had Griffin, Sandbox, and SKT. They all took care of business, so they are all 1, 2, 3. I put Humble Life at number 4 because they did beat Kingzone, and I thought Kingzone played okay. They almost beat SKT themselves, and they lost to Hamwell, but that's why I put Hamwell over 4th instead of 5th. So they just switched roles. You had Damwon number 4, so you're back on the Damwon hype train.
Yeah, I'm on the hype train. Not so much because of this week, because they played against Jin Air and Afrika. But it's more so that they took a game off a Sandbox. They lost the Kingzone, but I have Kingzone close to Damwon. But it was just the taking a game off a Sandbox. Kind of didn't expect them to do it.
Yeah.
So it did a lot for me in putting them at least 4.
Yeah, I get that. So that's I thought Humbled Life. I think again I think Humbled Life, Kingzone, and Damwon. I think we are sitting in for LCK as a region. You have 3 elite teams. Well, you have 1 super elite team and then 2 elite teams. 3 good teams. And then 4 bad teams. I won't even say average. They are bad. I'm sorry. KT,
I think you've got
GG.
3 teams who are really fighting for 4th place.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the easier way to explain it.
Yeah, the three teams that I think should all get in the playoffs, 4th, 5th, and 6th, but one of them is just gonna have to defend from the 4 bad teams. I still think KT is the best of the bad teams. I really think Gen G, Afrika, and obviously Jin Air are very bad.
Boy, oh boy, does KT have a week coming up.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not gonna be pretty. But that's all. Like I said, they're mostly the same as last week. The week went very similar. Obviously, I went 10-0 and Brock went 9-1. So kind of what we were thinking last week exactly happened. So that's why our power rankings are very nothing changed. Everything went exactly what we thought it would.
yep.
Let's talk predictions then. Ooh, we got through that the 2, 3, and 4 segments very quickly. All right, on to segment number 5. We have game number 1 of the week: Griffin versus Gen G. Yikes!
Yeah, it's kind of yikes.
I wanna say watch out for Griffin. We've had IG lose to LGD. We've had G2 lose a game. We've had Team Liquid lose a game. We have Sunning lose a game today to the Rogue Warriors. Is Griffin going to lose to Gen G? Maybe. I'm not going to predict it. There's no way I'm going to predict that. But I'm going to say 2-0 Griffin. But there's been a lot of upsets lately, so just keep that in mind.
Yep. Purely based off of the crazy upsets we've seen, I do think Griffin's going to win. I also think Gen G is going to take a game.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be a 3-1. But I also think it's going to be like
3-1, they're going to
SKTs
play
where
an
they
extra
lose.
game after it.
Yep, they're going to win. Gen G's going to win game 1. And then it's game 2 and 3 is not going to be pretty.
It's going to be so bad they give Griffin a second or third win.
Yeah. It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, would have never picked LGD to beat IG, would have never picked Rogue Warriors to beat Sunning. Like, all these games were for sure locks, for no way this happens. Origin to beat G2, nah. But they happened. The upsets happen, that's the thing. They do happen. I like to pick my upsets like, oh, they have a 40% chance to win. I would give Gen G like a 2% chance to win this game. And that's pushing it. Next game, SKT versus KT, like we were talking about. I have SKT here. SKT always beats KT, usually. Not last year. But they always beat KT. And SKT is the much better team in general right now than KT is. So I think this will be another clean 2-0 to start the week, which is tonight, like in 5 hours from now. I think we'll start with 4 quick games. I think they're both blowouts.
I think SKT is the better of the KT team.
Oh yeah, easily. Do you have a
Yeah,
2-0?
got it. Have you seen SKT's roster? Quite a few players there. I just hovered over their team. Yeah, there's quite a bit of players there.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were making a joke that they just had players. I don't know, like that's what they have a lot of
SKT's
backups.
got like 14 players.
Yeah, I have not, because I have not done my job for LCK for the new podcast. I've done it. I finished LPL the other day, and that's the big one. That's 16 teams that I got all the player pictures for, and all the team logos, and I'm really happy about it. I think tonight I was gonna try for EU, but yeah.
Yeah, I just hovered over the SKT logo, and I thought I was looking at the LPL power rankings because there's that many people there.
There's so many. They have a lot of backups, It's a lot of practice.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Next game number 3 is Kingzone versus Jin. I've been down on Kingzone, then I was up on Kingzone. Now I'm kind of down on Kingzone again. Doesn't matter. Going against Jin. Jin did look good in 2 of 4 games, and good as in okay is what I mean. They looked like a possible professional team in 2 games this week. Doesn't mean I'm gonna pick them over Kingzone. I'll give Jin no wins. 2-0 sweep. Sorry.
It's almost
gets back to business.
It's impossible
To pick Jin.
Unless it's a Freaka, and that would be just taking a game off of a very boring film.
Yep, so you have Kingzone as well, then I'm assuming 2-0.
Yep.
Next, we have Sandbox versus Afrika. Also, another very bad team. I love Keen in the top lane, or Killen, or Kiln. I love him in the top lane. I think he's phenomenal. I think the rest of his team is sorely lacking this year. That's the nicest way I could put it. They're young. They're not playing great. He's stuck in Elo Hell. Saying that, Sandbox is young, except for Joker, who's old as can be. And new team, explosive. Barely, only lost to Griffin. They're probably top 3, top 4 team in the world. Easily going to handle Afrika. 2-0. First 2 days, I'm thinking all 4 games, sweeps.
Yep. Except for
But when I predict sweeps, that means it's usually a bad thing. When I think they're this easy, I think these are so easy at the moment, so I'm kind of worried. Especially at their 10-0 week, I think I'm gonna crash. We could see a lot of upsets this week.
Yeah, I don't think any of these games are necessarily going to be tough. So this one I also have to.
I can't brag too much. This 10-0 week is the only reason why I'm actually positive in LCK. LCK was my worst region, but now I'm back up to a 60% win rate or pick rate, which now my worst region is NA at 55%. And then my other ones are all over 70, which I feel good about. So I felt like saying it. Next we have Hanwha versus Damwon Gaming. This one, I think Hanwha is going to beat Damwon. I know you probably have something different, I think. But I think I like Hanwha slightly better than Damwon. I think this is a very equal match. I'd like to see how Nagri plays, or if Flame plays this week. That'd be interesting to see as well. And I think that Hanwha is just ever so slightly better. I think I really like Twila in the mid lane. And I think he will actually be able to power through, give him Zoe, and he'll be able to beat Damwon.
Do you like in the mid lane?
Twila.
Is that a different?
Twila is the mid laner for Sinnoh Dragon. You're correct. Tempt is the word I was looking for.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking maybe it was in this region. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew
it. They both start with a T.
Yep.
And they both are very good on Zoe. And they both play mid lane.
Yeah, I think this is actually, for me, I think this one could possibly be, the series of the week. Because I think this one's actually going to be a very competitive.
It could be a good game, yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's actually going to be very. The other games, maybe SKT versus Damwon could be pretty competitive, but other than that, kind of either a stomp or a snooze fest. But this one I've got Damwon winning 2-1.
2-1? I had Hanwha Life winning 2-1. This was the first series, I think, of the week that's actually not going to go sweep.
Yep.
But for all I know, they'll all go 3 games. I hate when they go 3 games. I have too much to watch, man. I just need to just sweep them. Just sweep everyone.
Yeah, please
go to best of ones, please. I know I kind of like best of 3 better, but just go best of ones so I can watch my games quicker. But you have you said Damwon.
Yep.
All right, we're different. This is we're pretty close. You're actually still ahead of me on the year, by the way. Even though I went 10-0, you're 2 games ahead of me.
Yeah, buddy.
Next game we have Griffin versus KT. Poor KT. They go against SKT and Griffin, the first and third best teams in the LCK. It's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna make it brief. Not gonna happen.
KT's gonna be 2-8. What?
2. Oh God,
No,
you're right. 2-8.
Yikes!
Yikes! I didn't even think about that, Brock. KT Rolster, the super team that they're not they're a different team. I get it. But they were a super team a few months ago. Favorites to win worlds. Spring split next year at 2-8.
2-8.
Facing relegation
Not good.
because no, never mind. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. Next game is Sandbox versus Kingzone. I think Kingzone is this could be a good one. This could be Kingzone with Deft. Deft has played out of his mind this whole split. I think Deft is a fantastic ADC, obviously.
Yeah.
But he's shown it even more so this year, I feel like, on Kingzone, where before he was on KT, on the super team, and he had superstars around him. He doesn't have that as much on Kingzone this year, but he is still performing at such a high level that it's impressed me very much, and he's solo carried a lot of these games for Kingzone. With that being said, though, I think Sandbox, I like Joker on the bot line. I love him as support. I think that Deft tends to get caught out a bit and Joker tends to play aggressive. I think that's a perfect match for Sandbox, and I think Sandbox wins 2-1. Another 2-1 now.
Yep. I've got Sandbox winning this one 2-0.
Ooh. Any reason why? You just think that Kingzone doesn't have enough outside of Deft?
Yeah, I think Sandbox has more than what Kingzone has.
Yeah.
Not to say Kingzone's bad.
No. I think they're a very solid fifth, middle of the pack team for Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of what I was speaking about earlier, with KT going 2-8, Jin Air versus Gen G, Brock. Ugh.
Yikes.
The last time this happened, this series, I fell asleep. I passed out.
Yep.
And that's not an exaggeration. I literally was in my chair like this, and then I was watching the first 2 games like this. So I'm like, okay. And I went to the third game, and I was out for 50 minutes or so. I took a nap like this in my chair. I woke up, and the worst part was I had to watch that game again because I didn't know what happened. Oh, it was terrible. I'm not looking forward to this. And I'm going to be at the Smash Bros. Tournament during this. Oh, this might be a very slim paying attention. If my notes sound bad on this game, it's just me. I watched 5 minutes of it. I tried my best. I tried my best, guys. I've currently watched every game so far of every major region. I haven't missed a game yet. And I'm almost at 400 games on the year, on this spring split so far. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I was going to say scary, but I said scad. But yeah, it's kind of sad. Either way, I have Gen G winning this one, sadly in a 2-1. I am begging for a 2-0 because they did beat SKT, and I was thinking about this upset because I think you said Afrika. I think the only team that Gen Air can beat is Gen G, but after that game 2, I can't ever pick Gen Air again. Never. I could never pick them until I see anything to recover.
I'm just like you. I've got Gen G winning this one.
That game 2 is so bad. It's so bad. Why did that happen? Why did that happen in a professional game?
Just gotta look at your mini-map. That's it.
Series number 9, which I would say is game of the week, but the Helm of Life down 1 was also another good game, is SKT down 1. I think this is going to be a very close series, though I don't think Damwon has it in them to beat SKT. I think SKT can play around with Kled. He can definitely catch out Nogri. And if Flame is playing, I don't think Flame will be prepared enough to be able to go against Khan, or be able to mesh quick enough with the team, since they just announced him 2 days ago. That doesn't mean he's been playing with them this whole time, but it takes some time, it takes some warm up there. Either way, I think that with Khan, if he can pick Fiora or Jace, I think that's solid. If he can't pick Fiora or Jace, he's kind of like Darshan in that way, and NA with Sion. But like, I feel like he's very good on Fiora or Jace, and outside of that, he's played very bad this split. But I think that the Clid can come help him with Nogri because Nogri's going to push him in really hard if he's not playing Fiora or Jace. So he's going to look great on the champions and be able to beat him, or he's not going to look great and Nogri's going to overextend and lose because of it. SKT 2-1. I think it's a close series.
Well, yeah. I actually have this one SKT in a 2-0.
Okay.
I think this is going to be one of those. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those games where they ended up Fakers just kind of run over poor Showmaker.
Okay.
I think that's
Showmaker also overextends a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nuclear's been pretty solid though, but also Nuclear's been trying, I think, carrying in Nogri's absence of dying too much. I think Nuclear's been trying to carry. I don't think he'll have the opportunity against Teddy to be able to do that.
I don't.
But I still think it's possible 2-1. All right, let's wrap this up with the final prediction. Final prediction of between Hanwha Life and a Freak of Freaks. Like I said, I've liked Hanwha Life. I think they're the fourth best team at the moment. I think the best of the average teams. And I do not like Afrika. I think Hanwha Life wins this one 2-0 quickly, easy. No analysis needed. We're going to have back-to-back 10-0 weeks here.
Yep. Easy 2-0. Well, one of us is.
Yeah, one of us will not. Let's see. Do we have anything different except for we only have one pick different?
Just one.
No, we have two. No,
Is it
I
two?
lied.
Yeah, it's just one.
I gave you Afrika for a sandbox versus Afrika. I was trying to cheat you.
How dare you?
I'm like, there's no way Brock picked that.
How dare you?
Yeah, we only have one game different again, and it's Hanwha Life again. Last time they helped me win. Will they help me win again? I don't know. I hope so.
Oh.
But yeah, that is all of our predictions. Let's wrap this up before an hour. I don't like seeing an hour. Thank you guys for watching. You can follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/KingLinkFan, twitch.tv/KingLinkFan. We don't use Twitter that much at the moment. We will soon, but we're in the building process of rebranding as well, so I'm looking forward to that. I will get hopefully the European one today, and maybe get that done in a week or two, maybe 3. I don't want to put a timeline on it because I don't know how long it's going to take Lars to draw it and like make this slideshow. Like, not like slideshows, but like the Streamlab stuff. He hasn't done that before, so he's going to be learning how to do that as well. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Come see us tomorrow for our LMS podcast if you want. LMS is very fun to watch. I recommend it to anyone. It's if you want to just turn your brain off and watch some clown fiestas that are super fun to watch it. Anyway, that's our show. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.